Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to answer a viewer's question. Great question. So let me just get to the question, and then we're going to go through. I'm going to do a little demo and try to get this taken care of. All right, so here's the question. Question is, I purchased the accordion, or I'm getting ready for a show, whatever that is, and I've gone through and I've made some changes. I've created my programs. I'm ready for the performance. Okay, and let's say one of those changes that I made is the balance. Now, balance, there's a balance setting. Okay, it's like the third option in. And I actually have a video out on changing the balance. And the balance is simply, does the sound come more from the treble side or more from the bass side? So you can go from no sound to full sound on either side. Okay, and it's like the old balance knobs on the radios. Okay, now everything is touch screen, but at one time you would turn the knob one way or the other. Well, same thing here. Okay, it's a setting. So I have this, and in the piece I want to play, I want more bass or more treble, less bass. Doesn't matter. I programmed it. I've set it. I've saved it in my user programs. There it is. It's great. I go to the show, I pull out the accordion or whatever you're doing, I turn it on, and it's not right. It's not right. Well, I saved the user program, but it didn't save that. All right. I'm going to put up over here kind of a list of settings. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to talk about them right now. Okay. So right now I have the settings that you can change. Now I don't have all of them, just the initial list. I don't have the hidden MIDI options up there because it doesn't refer to this at all. Okay. There's a number of items that you can change, and I'm looking here. Looks like balance is the third one, and it can go from total bass side, which will have a B in front of it, to total treble side sound, which will have a T in front of it. By default, it is set to 15. So those are the settings. You can change those. No problem. Now, I'm going to switch slides here because this slide is now showing you what a user program will save. Okay, the list here is much smaller. Okay, you have certain things in the treble section, certain things in the orchestral, certain things in the organ, and so on. You can see the slide over here, unless I've forgotten to put it up. Okay, now those are the items that are saved in user program. If you change something else, so say for example bass, or I'm sorry, not bass, balance. If you save the balance and you try to save that to a user program, it won't save it. It's not one of the items that's actually saved. Okay. So, okay, now I have to change it. Well, there's good news and bad news here. Okay. The good news is, yes, you can actually save that, so when it's turned off, turns back on, it has kept the balance. And I'm going to show you how to do that. The bad news is You only get one. You only get one. Okay, you can't save it multiple times. Balance is one of the items. They're called system settings. And you have to change the system settings. You can't save those, not in a user program. You save the system settings to the system. So, good news, bad news. Good news is, yes, you can change it. Bad news is, you have to pick one. Now, you could be playing whatever you want and then change it for the next song. It's fairly easy, but it is somewhat time consuming. It's not a one button press. Okay, so let me explain how you do it, then I'm going to demo it for you. Alright, so what you have to do is you have to save the system setting. So you go in, you make your change. So you will make your change. You know what? You will make your change. I'm going to throw another slide up here. And it will have the steps involved. So what you're going to do is make the change. In my demo, I'm going to change the balance. Okay. All right. So you make the change. You then, while you're still in whatever change that was, so the balance, whatever, you will hold your select button down. Okay, hopefully we can see it over here. You're going to save, you're going to hold the select button down, that's the blue one, and it's going to come up and say URT. Okay, this is going to save the system settings. So you hit the value 2, register 2 for yes, register 1 for no. Of course, why would you be there if you didn't want to save it? So you select register 2, the yes will come up, and then you hit the enter button. Don't hit the select again or you're going to get out of it. Hit the enter button. And it's going to come up and it's going to say, or yes is going to be, the little dots under it are going to be flashing, and that's going to say done. Once that's there, your system settings are saved. So any system that you have changed will be saved. That becomes your new, not necessarily a default, but that becomes your new turn on. When you turn it on, that's what it's going to be. Okay, let me switch cameras here and actually show you this in progress, actually as I'm doing it. So I'm going to do this in real time. Now I have the camera switched, and hopefully I have it where you can see the important items. So here are the important items that you need to keep an eye on. The set switch, obviously, register 4, 1 and 2, the enter button, and I want you to keep an eye here also on what happens. Now, for this demo, I'm going to change the balance. So first, let me turn it on and show you what it says. So comes up, okay, and I'm doing this in real time so you can actually see what you have to do. So no cutaway scenes here. Okay, so we're holding a set. We go into the parameter list. I go to the balance, which is the third item, so 2 clicks in. There's a balance. Now the default setting is T15, so it's slightly on the treble side. And that should be where mine is set because it works well for me. And you see that it is. So right now it's more on the treble side ever so slightly, because it goes from negative, well, kind of, from bass 64 to treble 63. So kind of positive and negative values, if you want to look at it that way. So for this demo, I'm just going to change it so you can actually see that it changes. You saw there's the center, so it's equal on both. And I'm just going to take it to, let's take bass 25. Just so it's something that you can see easily. All right, so there it is. So I'm done. So if I get out of the parameter list, boom, okay, and I'm doing whatever, it's going to remember that I have the sound coming out of the bass. Just to show you, I'm going to go back in. I haven't turned it off, obviously. Well, obviously, because it's there. I hit this. It's still bass 25. So everything is fine. So I'm done, whatever. I turn the power off. And I come back in. So I'm at the show, or I'm ready to do whatever, my song. I come back in and I start playing and I notice it's not right. Well, because let's take a look at what it is. It's back to the default setting. And when I say default setting, there are certain settings that Roland has put in, and they've set them at the factory. Okay, you can reset those defaults so that when your power goes off and comes back on, it has kept those. Those are called system settings. So if I want to change this, let's put it back to bass 25 so you can actually see it in action. Okay, what you have to do is save the system settings. So it's kind of like, just saving these internally. To do that, while you're still in here, okay, you're still in the change that you've made. Now you can make multiple changes and do a system save all at the same time, and that's fine. But we're specifically looking at balance right now. You hold this, you're going to get, see what came up? URT. Okay. This is user write. So we're going to write the system settings. Register 2 is yes. Register 1 is no. Well, we want to save it. That's why we got in here. Now, if you hit the set switch, nothing's going to happen. It's going to still say yes. Okay? And it would be easy to go, okay, I hit it, it's good, I'm done. You have to finish it. You finish it by hitting the enter switch. Now watch what happens. You're going to see little flashing here. Watch those. It's flashing. Now it's done. Boom. Now we're done. I turn the power off. Okay? When I come back in, it should be on bass 25. Let's see if it is. There we are. We're at balance. And there it is at bass 25. That is how you save your user settings. Let me switch cameras back and give you some ending thoughts. I'm back now, and hopefully you've seen how that works and you've cleared up any problems. So anything that's not on the list that I showed you of programs or items that are saved in user programs, those are the only things that will save in a user program. If you want to save something such as the balance, you go through that process. Make the change, get into system settings, the saving of system settings, select yes, and you have it. Now, hopefully that has taken care of probably a number of questions, because there's a lot of settings that you have that you can't save in user programs. And if you make a change, when you turn it off and come back, it's going to be gone. This will take care of that problem. So, if you haven't already done so, please hit the like and subscribe down below and keep playing.